Hey there, Flamin' Rooster Barbecue, back at it again, and today we are doing in hamburgers. And when I say hamburgers, they're really infused hamburgers, which is the way I like to do them. And it's a little bit unique, but nothing too crazy. But essentially what you need is your beef. So we do lean 80-20 beef. That's 2 pounds of beef from the grocery store. We're going to do 1 egg, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then some vegetables to infuse it with. So I've tried this a ton of different ways. This is kind of my personal favorite, but today I'm going to use chopped garlic, jalapeno, and onion are the 3 ingredients for there. The jalapeno actually cooks out and it's not spicy at all. The garlic obviously gives you a good flavor, and then the onion gives it good flavor and crunch. There's those ingredients, and then I also season it with a little bit of Crazy Jane's, just a mixed up salt. If you could use regular salt if you want, and then oddly enough, Lipton's a half a packet of Lipton's onion soup. So I try to do about a half a packet per 2 pounds is kind of my rule. So if you're doing 4 pounds, you could do a whole packet. This really gives it a unique, smooth flavor that you can definitely taste, but it's not too overwhelming. So what this does is essentially we're gonna mix all these ingredients together, and it's just gonna create this kind of mixture of goodness. The egg, what does the egg do? The egg helps as an adhesive to the meat and pulls everything together, plus it gives a little extra protein and a little bit more structure. And we're going to do some salt. You don't have to go crazy on the salt here. You can put some pepper in there if you want. We're going to do the soup mix. Again, it's about half a packet of that, which has onions in it, but I like to do it over with the onions because you're gonna get a little crunch out of them. And you know, the more you do this with the veggies, the more you kind of play with it. But right now, I'm gonna put about that much, and then we'll see what the consistency is. The garlic, I'm gonna put about all of that in here. That's gonna add a lot of good flavor. And then the jalapeno, and again, that jalapeno, it's going to cook out. So I'm actually making this for the kids as well, and they won't even know that it's spicy. So that's that, and now you're just going to mix it like you normally would with whatever burger recipe you're used to. So again, these veggies are the ones I've chosen. You could do serrano peppers, you could do bell peppers. Bell peppers are a nice substitute to the jalapenos if you're worried about the heat, but I'm telling you, the heat really isn't that bad unless you get a really hot pepper. You can do yellow peppers, you can do red peppers, you can kind of get creative with it, which is fun. But essentially you can kind of see that consistency there. So what I'm going to do is, and I think that's about perfect. You don't want to do too many vegetables. It's probably, you know, that consistency, it's definitely in there. Every bite you're going to get a good flavor of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up a lot better, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes before you cook. Alright, while that meat is marinating, we're going to get the grill started. So we are doing the grilling configuration because we're just doing burgers. And I got some charcoal in here. I like to just get a match starter on one side. Get that going. Get a match starter on this side, get that going. Got the vent open at the bottom. We'll let this get cranking up. And you separate it out a little bit, and the fire will be nice and separate, you know, surrounded there for the grilling configuration. A lot of people like to use wood when they smoke burgers. I personally have never perfected it, so I stay away from it. Smoke with that ground beef, it just penetrates it so quickly. So if you're going to do that, I recommend just using some chips and doing a flash smoke at the beginning, and not really doing a smoke on a burger. Otherwise that smoke's just going to overpower the meat. But I'm going to let this run for about 10 minutes, shut the lid down, and then burn off all the white smoke, and then we'll get going. Alright, so the grill is hot, and this has been sitting for about 30 minutes in the refrigerator, and it's ready to go. So now you're going to make the burgers. depending on how many people you have and how much meat, you know, that's nothing new to you. But, you know, for an adult size hamburger, I usually take about a baseball size, if not a little bit bigger, in my hand and give it a good slap and just start to do the formation. You could see those veggies in there, and you could see how easy that was to do. If I didn't have that egg in there, these vegetables would be falling all over the place. You've got to do the egg when you do these veggies, and you can't taste the egg. It's just some added protein to it, but essentially that's it. So you're just going to make your burger patties, and you grill them just like you would regular burgers, and we'll get those on. Alright, so the grill is on 350, and it's time to put them on. So as you can see, here's your 4 patties. So 2 pounds made 4 patties. So we do live in Texas, and things are big here, and a half-pound patty will work well. But you're just going to grill these. And the grill, again, this grill's 350. I prefer 350 to 400. You don't want to get a whole lot hotter than that, because you're going to cook the outside too much and not the inside, especially on these bigger burgers. But these are going to cook. I'm going to do about 5 minutes per side, and just kind of monitor it and flatten them out a little bit. They're going to ball up, as you know, but essentially that's what we're going to do. So those are looking good. I'm going to come back, flip them in 5 minutes. Alright, so these burgers have been on there about 13 minutes total. I flipped them about halfway through, and they are ready for some cheese. So we prefer ours medium to, the kids like it a little bit more than medium, but you can see over here the grill is hotter, so these are more well done. Those are smaller guys anyway for the kids, so we'll give them theirs, and then these are ours. And then cheese is preference. I prefer a little combo of Colby and Monterey Jack. You can do whatever you want. You can do provolone, you can do whatever your preference is, but slap a couple pieces on here, and then we're going to close the lid for a couple minutes just to get it nice and melted. And in the meantime, I'm going to do the buns in the oven. We'll talk about buns in a second, but I'm going to do the buns in the oven just so it's all hot at once. Alright, so I took the burgers off and took the buns out of the ovens. Bun is, you know, your preference. I don't prefer the store-bought either white or wheat buns. I prefer fresh buns from either the grocery store bakery, or if you really want to do it right, you go to a local bakery in town, tell them you're doing burgers, and they'll just give you a great bun. I don't want a real thick, heavy bun. I want a light bun. I want to taste the meat, so that's why you know, I got these guys. You can obviously see that this is a big half-pound burger, and the meat is a lot bigger. But you could see in there, this is what I prefer for me. This is the Big Daddy for me. This is medium rare, but you could just see in there. You see those veggies. They're real subtle. A lot of them just cook out. But the flavor in there is just going to be unbelievable, especially with that French onion soup mix in there, and a little bit of that salt and the veggies. It's just phenomenal. So bon appetit, enjoy. Thanks for all your support and all your love.